Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to more Kansei. The second turn. My name is Raven from the Sky. Let's do this. Naoki, or Naoki, hurries to catch up to us. There's nothing to be afraid of, man.
That's easy for you to say. I'm not like you.
The expression changes in Li Mei's eyes. Briefly, Li Mei. Keep saying Li Mei. Was it? As if she just recalled something that she had hoped to forget. So you're nervous, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
The hallway stretches out with doors on either side. Behind the glass door at the end, a staircase leads downwards to parts unknown. So, where do you two want to start? Maybe we should start at the end of the hall and work back.
Anything but the stairs.
Let's take the stairs.
Naoki and Li Mei speak at the same time before they both fall silent. Naoki looks nervous as hell. Li Mei looks moody for some reason. They seem to be expecting me to make a decision. Admittedly, the stairs aren't the most inviting thing about this place, but just because they're either way doesn't mean they're that scary. So?
Where should we go?
Didn't I just ask them that? Why am I the one who has to decide now? It's not as if we don't want to check out all of these places eventually anyway. Exactly, so we're gonna go with the last door on the left.
Good idea.
Li Mei frowns, but she follows us into the room without complaint.
Whoa.
Feels as if the three of us have been transported into a museum. The room is filled with art pieces and artifacts. It looks like they're from China. Well, Mr. Auten certainly knows how to spend lavishly. The three of us wander around the room, stopping here and there to inspect some of the pieces. Most of them are labeled, but I'm still not exactly sure what any of this stuff is. Li Mei seems particularly captivated by a large tapestry on the far wall. The tapestry features 4 animals circling around each other. At the foot of the tapestry sit 4 polished plates. Each plate has one of the animals carved into its surface.
Dragon, phoenix, tortoise, and tiger.
The tiger, I'm getting a strange feeling of deja vu, like the tiger should sound familiar. Why does it feel like I should know this? Hey, what exactly does the tiger do?
The tiger and the dragon are eternal rivals, equally matched in strength. The dragon is the sly one, ruling through intelligence and trickery. The tiger is the strong one, fighting with raw power and force. Mind versus body. They represent balance, opposing forces of nature. Why do you ask?
No reason, this just stood out to me. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's much to see here.
I'm surprised that Mr. Auten has such an expensive collection.
Why? I thought all rich people like to spend money on useless things.
Well, it's more like it doesn't seem his style. As far as I can tell, he's never publicly stated he has any interest in Chinese history. Usually, an avid collector likes to make his collections well known. It's a mark of pride.
Yeah, but we're talking about Mr. Auten here. He seems to be paranoid about pretty much everything. I thought he'd just tell the world about his expensive collection of priceless art from China.
It's not art.
What?
It's protection.
Really? How do you know?
The words. Safety. Refuge. Peace.
I look at Naoki. He looks worried. Is she right?
I think so. Li Mei knows better than I do, though. She was born in China. I can only read whatever Chinese overlaps with Japanese characters.
So all those artifacts he gathered up are for protection. Protection from what?
I don't know.
We look at Li Mei, but she shakes her head. There doesn't seem to be any indication of what Mr. Auten is trying to fend off.
Well, should we keep exploring the house? Whoa, are you okay?
I don't feel so good.
It's happening.
What's going on?
I feel my stomach churning. Li Mei looks ill too. Please don't.
Scared. He's scared.
Who? Kangai?
I clutch at my stomach. Everything feels so light. It's Mr. Auten. I race down the hallway, still clutching my stomach. Mr. Auten! I stumble up the staircase, barely stopping for breath as I head toward Mr. Auten's office. Naoki chases after me, stopping short at the top of the stairs. I rush to the door and pound on it frantically. Gurski grabs me by the shoulders and pulls me away from the door. Let me in, there's something wrong.
Whoa, kid, calm down.
I feel like I'm about to throw up, but I doubt Detective Gurski would appreciate that. He's not okay. Gurski stares at me for a moment. He looks torn. I could tell he's not exactly ready to trust me yet, but I think he also feels like something is wrong. Finally, he turns to Sophia.
Mr. Auten has been unusually quiet for a while. Are you sure everything is okay? Is there any way we can force ourselves in?
Sophia doesn't look pleased by his request.
It's certainly unorthodox. I don't think Mr. Auten would be pleased.
I think he'd be even less pleased if he needed medical attention and we didn't get it to him.
Sophia sighs and nods.
Very well. The only way to open the office without express permission is to reset the security system.
And how exactly does one do that?
Someone needs to reboot the system manually, then someone else has to enter the restart code within 10 seconds of the system being rebooted.
Sounds complicated.
It's meant to provide maximum security for Mr. Auten. I'm the only one here who knows the code, so someone else will have to go to the basement to reset the power. The basement door is usually locked to visitors, but I can unlock it from here.
Detective Gurski glances over my shoulder.
All right, Naoki, go reset it.
What? Why me?
Somehow I get the feeling that Naoki says that a lot. He doesn't seem very enthusiastic about going down there. I kind of feel bad for him. Why don't I go down there instead?
You?
Flip the switch. Yeah, why not? I know how to flip a few switches.
Yeah, he could do it.
Sure, why not?
Alright, the reboot process is fairly simple. Just flip all the switches off, then on. Then push the reset button.
Okay. I head down the stairs and back down the staircase. The door opens for me without any resistance. The basement is piled up high with wooden crates and dusty boxes. I wonder what Mr. Auten keeps in here. The switch box is on the far wall. I pry the cover open and it opens with a rusty squeal. The inside is just as Sophia described. I quickly flip the switches according to her instructions and the lights switch off, leaving nothing but an eerie glow of emergency lights. I hit the reset button. After a few seconds, I hear a quiet hum. The lights switch back on and I race back to the main hallway. Detective Gurski stops me as soon as I reach the top of the stairs.
Sorry, kid. There's nothing you can do now.
What do you mean? Detective Gurski glances at the office door as Sophia exits. She looks pretty shaken. Naoki's at her side, supporting her.
You were right about Mr. Auten. He's dead.
Oh my god. What? What happened?
He was already dead when we got there. Sophia tried to revive him, but...
Naoki stops and glances at Detective Gurski uncomfortably.
I stopped her. It was too risky.
What do you mean?
It's not important.
Detective Gurski approaches Sophia and places a hand on her shoulder.
Sophia, I know you're upset, but we need to contact the police. My phone isn't getting any signal.
All signal is blocked off in this place. Mr. Auten's orders, of course.
Is there a landline I can use then?
In there.
Sophia lets go of Naoki and humbly points at the sturdy door.
I'll show you.
As the two of them leave, Li Mei approaches us. Any sign of her distress from before has disappeared. Her expression is placid.
He's gone.
Yeah, Naoki, what happened in there?
Well...
Naoki shifts back and forth as if he's not sure he'd be saying anything. He should be saying
Mikolaj
anything.
checked his pulse, but he was already dead.
You said Sophia tried to revive him?
Yeah, she was going to use CPR, but Detective Gurski stopped her. He said that Mr. Auten looked like he had been poisoned, and she might get poisoned herself if she tried mouth to mouth.
Naoki sighs. He looks pretty shaken himself.
We should tell Aki what happened.
She's coming.
Hey, what happened? The lights went out for a moment.
Mr. Auten died.
Died? How?
Poisoning, it seems.
Did you read his last moments?
Oh. I'm afraid not. Gurski won't let me in there.
What about you? Did you see it?
Aki turns to Naoki and he nods.
I got it.
Good. Then we'll take a look at it later.
Detective Gurski exits the study with Sophia. She appears to have calmed down, but her body still trembles every time she breathes in.
The police are on their way. It's a bit of a drive for them, so we'll have to sit tight until then. I suggest we all wait downstairs. As I don't have any jurisdiction here, it's only a suggestion.
He looks directly at me.
But it's the best option if you want to stay unnoticed.
He turns and leads Sophia down the staircase, helping her with one step at a time. Aki frowns as they leave.
Always the gentleman.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, we should probably follow his suggestion and head downstairs. We wouldn't want to get into any more trouble than we already are.
What do you mean by that? Since when we were in trouble?
It's not you.
Aki shoots a glance at him, and the expression on his face makes it obvious she just told him something. I suddenly remember something that was bothering me earlier. You know, Detective Gurski told me that you guys belong to the government. What does that mean?
It means that Miko shouldn't talk so much.
She heads down the stairs before I can ask anything else. Naoki follows meekly, but Li Mei stays with me. What's up?
Do you truly want to know?
About you guys? Well, I think I deserve an explanation.
But do you want one?
Huh. Well, yeah, I guess so.
We're on parole for crimes past. Gurski is our parole officer.
What? Li Mei nods once, looking satisfied with her succinct explanation. She turns and heads down the stairs without another word. Parole? They're all convicts. Wait, even Naoki? Aki, I can understand, but Naoki? And what about Li Mei? What does she do? I'm really starting to worry about this sort of people I've fallen in with here. Slowly, I descend the staircase, measuring one step after another. Maybe I really shouldn't have asked. When I get to the bottom, Detective Gurski glances at me with mild amusement.
Glad you could make it. Did you take a wrong turn somewhere?
No,
You okay?
I'm fine. I look around the room, hoping to change the subject. Where did everyone go?
Miss Millerson wasn't feeling well, so Naoki offered to make some tea for her. They both went to the kitchen. Aki said she had to use the restroom, although I suspect she just wants to look around. And I'm never entirely sure what Li Mei is doing. The house is in lockdown right now, so it won't let any of us leave until Sophia unlocks it. I guess you can roam around or do whatever you feel like.
Okay. Alright, so now we got freedom. So we can either move, examine. Mr. Auten was scared to see me, but he wasn't surprised. Does he know me? As I enter the hallway, I'm nearly run over by a guy as he rushes out from around the corner.
Whoa! Sorry, dude.
He skids to a halt and jumps a few times, holding his hands out in self-defense. Hi. He stops for a moment to look me over.
Never seen you around before. You're not one of Liam's friends, are you?
Not really.
Oh, good. I can't stand Liam's friends. Don't tell him I said that.
Your secret's safe with me, I guess. Who are you?
Kevin, I'm the IT guy. I run all the security here. Got a blip in my system saying the power went out, so I came here to see what happened. Sophia hasn't been answering my calls.
You came here? I thought the house was in lockdown. Kevin taps the temple of his head.
Master code unlocks any door.
Right.
And who are you again?
Kangai. I am a special investigator.
Wicked. So Big Will is finally gonna bring down the hammer on Liam in his little nightlife.
Big Will. Does he mean William Auten? Actually, Mr. Auten just passed away. Kevin stares at me blankly for a moment, but his expression slowly changes as he processes my statement.
Passed away? As in, dead?
Yeah, that's what it means. I'm not entirely sure there's any other way to interpret that.
Whoa.
Kevin runs his fingers through his hair and laughs nervously.
Sorry, man. This is just... Wow, I can't believe it. It's kinda unreal, you know? I just saw him yesterday and he looked fine. Well, as fine as a guy his age can look. Well, as fine as a super paranoid guy his age can look. Well, as fine as a super paranoid guy who drinks a lot at his age.
Yeah, I get it.
So what happened?
Poisoned. I don't want to jump the gun just yet, though. That's the thing. I'm not sure. Probably a heart attack or something.
That's not a surprise. He kept refusing to see a doctor. Man, Sophia would beg him to at least get a checkup, but he'd have none of that.
Don't quote me on that, though. Can't say for sure if it is or isn't.
Really is a shame, though. He was a good man. Did a lot of good work in the medical world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Auten Engineering was big into making fake organs and stuff. I hear they saved a lot of lives. Man, dead? Really?
He shakes his head.
Sorry, that's just too weird. I'm still having a hard time believing it.
Kevin blinks a few times as if he's not sure. He's really awake.
I'll be in the security room if you need me. It's the first door on the left here in this hallway.
Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop it here for today. Thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and the series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.